Hi mummas, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. Always happy to have you. I'm Kayla, I am mum to one, and on my channel I share lots of really practical and really simple tips on things like motherhood and play and learning. So if you're into all of that, then don't forget to subscribe. So how this video came about, I was sitting in the playroom where I am now, and I was looking around at all the toys, and as much as I love Montessori, I've always struggled to be kind of minimalist. That's probably why I kind of gravitated towards things like a Reggio Emilio approach. I was looking around and I was thinking, okay, so this is everything we have here in the playroom. We've got a few toys in the living room and things in the garden and stuff like that, but I thought, how much of what we have here have we always had, and how much of what's here now did we have right at the beginning when Mia was so little? So I started to write a little list of things that if we had to get rid of every single thing in the playroom, the things that we would have to keep that are just so loved and so played with all the time and are just the best of best purchases because of the engagement and joy that they bring to the children. And I wanted to share that with you. It's kind of like the ultimate kids engagement list, because don't forget that I'm a childminder, so I do need to have a lot of resources to work for different kind of development stages, different interests. But these are the toys that even my mindies play with. So everybody, every day. And I'm going to share it with you right now. So number one is animals. And I know animals is quite broad. It's not just like zebra or elephant. It covers all types of figurines really. So animals, dinosaurs, that kind of thing. Animals are perfect for role play. They're really good for imaginative play. They're so good for teaching about emotions and handling emotions and communication and language. Because role play and imaginative play helps children with such a wide range of learning, that's why I love them so much. And it's the first thing every morning that the children gravitate to. The basket of animals is always the first thing that's tipped out everywhere. Or they'll go and grab one, their favourite zebra or their favourite giraffe or something. Another benefit of animal play is it can lead to outside learning. So if they're really interested in like crocodiles or zebras or something like that, you can extend that learning and you can take it into another kind of environment. So you could take them to a zoo, you can take them to a library to look up maybe or find a book about crocodiles. So there's so many ways to extend their learning outdoors or in different places, different environments, which is one of the benefits of animal play. Animal play can also lead to interest in other things. So things like geography, for example. I remember a couple of weeks ago we were learning about koalas, and there's a really cool show, Izzy's Koala World on Netflix, that my daughter absolutely loves. And then we got to talking about where they come from and what kind of climate they live in and what it's like in places like Australia. And then we got talking about other animals in Australia. And it's a way to kind of extend their interest in the world around them. And then we got looking at books with Australia in, we got looking at our globe and kind of trying to find it on the map. And there's so much learning, it just goes on and on and on, and that can be so invaluable. And as I mentioned, you can help children deal with their emotions as well. So if you're modelling, with a crocodile, talking about, okay, so this is how, we would speak to each other, or this crocodile is quite upset with this animal, and how do you solve that problem? So it's a really cool way for modelling really good communication and handling emotions in difficult situations. Once they learn that, they're like sponges. They just don't let go. It's just always there. Hi. Hello. Hello, you. This is a spaghetti face, isn't it? Did you have spaghetti for dinner? How was it? Come on then. Oh.
I'm Mia.
Big cuddle. Oh. Love you, darling. So number 2 is loose parts. So what I love about loose parts is they can be used in so many different ways, and from a really young age, depending on size, they can be used for so many different types of learning. So loose parts can be used for math work, counting, and number work, arts and crafts, It can be used so creatively. So the children that I look after, they'll use them with our counting boards, and they'll count with little pom-poms or different wooden pieces. They use them in cooking in the mud kitchens. They'll put lots of pine cones or leaves or different things in that they can use to create some kind of fun recipe. They'll use them kind of for lining up or sorting by colour or making really cool little designs. The options are endless, and we tend to just display them in little baskets. I've got a tray of natural loose parts, things like shells and wooden blocks and corks, just all more kind of natural things. And then we've got lots of colourful rainbow loose parts. Yeah, and I just keep them in baskets that they can access all the time. And then they can just grab them and use them in whatever way they want to. So number 3 is vehicles. And that's any kind of vehicle with wheels, you know, from a car to a truck. Probably the second most played with resource that we have. And probably the second thing that they would go to in the morning to play with. The vehicles end up everywhere, being pushed kind of all over the garden to all over the house. And they use them with the loose parts as well. So we'll have kind of bits of wood that they'll put together and they'll use as a track or ramps, or they'll make kind of a little frame garage for them to go in using lots of wooden pieces. I like that the first 3 of my list, vehicles, loose parts and animals, are all kind of interchangeable and can all be used together in lots of creative ways. We have a lot of vehicles, and I mean a lot. The basket is overflowing. They just love them so much, and every time I see one or they show an interest in something like, I don't know, like a recycling truck or something, I'll just have to get one, and so that they can explore it a bit more and really enjoy it. So I'm a bit of a sucker like that. So this is one of the favourites, the fire truck. And then we've got a really cool transporter, a recycling truck, which is really cool. We have dumper trucks. We've got construction vehicles. We've got loads of different cars, different colours. We've got this really cool ice cream truck. This is something they play with all the time. You know, when I first got this, no, it wasn't actually me, it was a gift from a family member. When I first got this, it was like I dropped a basket of sweets in front of them. They were just fighting for it. They went crazy for it. And for days, you know, I'd have to like really work on that turn taking with them, because they just want to hold it all day long and play with it just by themselves and didn't want to share it. So things like this, they absolutely love. Why are vehicles on the list? I mean, honestly, they're just so much fun. You can use them indoors and outdoors. I mean, you'll know from my previous videos, I'm not a huge fan of plastic things, and there are lots of reasons for that. But one thing that I kind of have an exception on is plastic vehicles, because they're really durable. And if they're plastic, they're washable too. So they can use them in the sand, they can use them in the mud, in the gravel, you know, outside in the water. And I really love that, because it's not limiting their fun and their learning. Number 4 is open-ended toys / accessories. So when I say that, I mean things, not loose parts necessarily, but kind of things that can be used interchangeably in so many different ways. So from a cardboard box to metal tins that they can fill, and boxes and little wooden boxes and trinkets and funnels and tubes and silks and lots of different bags that they can fill and zip up and open and fasten. Honestly, the options are endless with this type of thing. And we have a big play basket where I kind of throw everything in, like bags and silks and boxes and things like that they can just go to. And one of their favourite things, and it always has been like this since they were really small, maybe like 1, it's just like filling stuff. They love filling and transporting and enclosing and enveloping, you know, all those schemas they're going through right now, and they have been for a really long time. And they love to just get the bags, fill them with loose parts, transport them around, use them as shopping bags, use them in kind of role play together, bits of wood that they'll use for kind of stacking, or they'll use to kind of climb on and around. It doesn't even have to be expensive. That's what I love about it. I really wanted this list to be things that were accessible to everybody, not very expensive things that you can find around the house. I love DIY stuff and I love salvaging things and recycling things. So yeah, if you've got just random boxes around or things that were part of a gift set or anything like that, kids, you know, just stick it there. They love it. Number 5, I wasn't going to put on here because I did say I wanted to keep the list kind of cheaper, accessible type things, but we do love it so much, and if we did get rid of everything in the playroom, this is something that we would absolutely keep, and it is the Grimm's Rainbow. So we've got a smaller one and we've got a larger Grimm's Rainbow, and they're both played with equally, but the larger one I would say is slightly better because there are so many more options with it because it's so big. The way they use it is, oh my gosh, I mean, they use it for stacking, which is the typical way to use a Grimm's Rainbow. They also use it for matching colours, so they'll find things around the house and they'll match it up to the different colours of the rainbow. They'll use it for tunnels and little garages for the cars. My daughter loves to attach them and put them in circles and get inside them and see if she can fit her feet in. That's quite fun. The Grimm's Rainbow is so good, even from a young age, like less than 1. I think I got it when she was like 10, 11 months, and she played with it then, and it's still going strong and it still looks brand new. So although it's an expensive purchase, I would say it's a really good purchase and I absolutely would recommend it. Yeah?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? We better get you some food then, shall we? Is your tummy rumbling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want pasta, I want something else.
Okay, I'll be with you in just a second. I'm just finishing up, okay? So if you're interested in introducing loose parts in your play space, or you want to know more about how to use them, then I did do a video a while ago. I'm probably going to be updating it soon.
I'll come
But I did it. Are you going?
I'll come back in a minute.
Okay. So I did a video a while ago, which I'll link above, which shows you kind of how we use our loose parts, what type of loose parts we have. So do check that out. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Do tune in next week. My videos are weekly on a Monday or a Tuesday. And if you're new to my channel, as I said earlier, don't forget to subscribe and like if you like. And I'll see you in the next video.